Let's talk about something that most so-called white people don't understand, which is bartering. They propagate barter more than anyone else because they hesitantly connect with their history of being killers and conquerors. It's reported that white people have spent thousands of years conquering and killing one another until they realized there were other people on the planet to conquer and kill. You haven't conquered a people until they can no longer fight you because they spend all their time relying on you for electricity, food, water, clothing, and shelter. Once you've been conquered as a people, you're supposed to know what strategy to use in a fight against another people. But who do you fight when all your soldiers and residential members of the community perpetuate your dependence on the dollar? That thing you need to access items of vitality in order to remain stable. Bartering becomes the shadow that represents activities of the conquered amid the conqueror's ruling system where money is required to access the essentials that they have taken control over. So we'll be talking about why bartering is not natural. It's a result of malevolent power, how and why benevolent people never used it. I'm Z Malachi. I greet you with paradise. Prepare your refreshments, pull up a seat, and get ready for my perspective. They told us that we used to barter when we didn't, because they needed to attach themselves to us economically, where they could get us to rely on them. We only relied on ourselves for stability. We never bartered out of necessity. We assisted each other and extended a system of assistance to people in other regions. Once stability was established between anyone participating in the regions that formed the network, the next step was to pool resources together for everyone to share access to the variety of items held within the network. Malevolent mentalities want you to believe you were ignorant of such a nature and the inclination to assist one another. Their attempt to get involved disrupted the system that brought variety to all abodes. But we don't need this attitude lessen the amount of varieties shared among regions, telegraph the behavior that will become characteristic to how we ended up distributing necessities under a monetary system. Most references for the definition of money state that it is a means of exchange or a medium of exchange to facilitate a trade. It's telling you that a medium is needed to help with trade. How stupid were you as an ancient indigenous people for not knowing that bartering didn't work without a medium? You never bartered until they implemented it among you. They came among you, sharing and assisting to blend in. Their true preference all along was to cause you to rely on them. This is the ultimate attribute for conquering people. If a variety of resources come from different locations, they will have to infiltrate nearly all of those to get the positions necessary for us to rely on them. While we were using an ancient benevolent economic system, all they had to do after infiltration was disrupt our system for assisting one another by rejecting our distribution of supplies. We don't need that. We don't need this. And we'll give you this when you give us that. A malevolent mentality pushed bartering through among you. You can't just come among people and say money has value, let's use it. Gold has value, let's use it. Shells, sticks, feathers, metals have value, let's use it. You have to infiltrate people first. The depth of the infiltration must connect with how they access necessities. If you want these people to rely on you, that's how deep your infiltration has to go. Did you know that if you rely on people or a system for your access to basic necessities to the degree that there is world hunger, homelessness, and unnecessary disease, that you have no value as a human species? Or if that's too harsh to say, would it be better to say the value of the human species is comparable to the purpose of global enslavement and equivalent to the disposition of being unnecessarily expended? Go back and listen to this video again, because I want you to know that if we know how we got into this mess, then we will most certainly know how to get out of it. We're relying on ourselves with an interest in getting back to self-reliance. It looks like an 8 million people funding for us. Get on the email list until we have an app. When we're ready, we'll fund our way back to the positions necessary for self-reliance. This is the collective you've been looking for, and we aim to make the world a better place, starting with the Black community. No matter what race, religion, or differences we have, as long as you are on the email list, you won't need any money to access the professional services and materials that the collective has made available through themselves. Those of you who are spreading the word, it's an honor to be with you. Paradise.